Hello and welcome to this new episode of the live trading show. I'm your host Simone, and today we will be talking about TradingView. This is a tutorial that has been recorded on 2021 and it will show you how to use TradingView from the bottom up. So stay tuned for everything about TradingView. If you've never heard of TradingView before, I've done another video where I compare TradingView, eToro and Plus 500 that are probably the most the best trading tool to actually use if you're trying and start and getting into the trading. I do prefer TradingView because it has a huge amount of different features and fantastic. It's very easy to use and it's very easy to grasp after you understand this basic. You can find TradingView in your country. In my case, it's going to be UK. But if you go and when you go to the website, you will be asked for your country. As they have different registration. The main page is a bit messy, so the reason why I'm doing this tutorial because I know that some people can get frustrated, and I did myself when I first started to use TradingView. So on the first page you can see loads of charts and loads of scary things if it's the first time, but in reality everything you see here are called strategies, and they are offered by, they can be written by everyone. So we will be talking later about different type of accounts, but each strategies can have or can add individual they can be added to your account, and they can automatically draw and support you in actually getting your stocks in. What you will actually see is that when you go on this page you're able to go into charts. As you can see now, I'm on incognito, so I don't actually have access to anything, or I'm not registered at all, but you can straight away jump on TradingView. So this is the first thing I like the most about TradingView, is it doesn't ask you for registration, card registration and everything about yourself. You can actually start and see if you like it for a couple of days before you do anything. It is a very comprehensive, so there is a lot that we're going to cover on today in this view. But before I'll do that, I want to inform you on the pricing of TradingView. So if we go at the bottom of their website, they have pricing, and their pricing structure goes by month. So the basic one that will happen as soon as you register allows you to do almost everything you need. Okay, so there's plenty of drawing, there's plenty of analysis, but you can just save one chart. That's probably the worst part. Also, another thing that I don't like about the free account is that it just allows you to do one alert. So if you want to do a couple of alerts, if you are if you're a swing trader, you're waiting for a specific moment, then you may have to do the pro. The pro actually provides you already a bit more. So there are 10 different alerts that you can set, and also it doesn't have ad. So as we will see as we go through, you will see that there are some advertisement throughout. But you get used to it if you want to use the free account. I've done it for a couple of months, so there was no problem when I did it. I don't know if they're gone worse, but it should be more than bearable. What is important for you to realize is that TradingView is not actually a broker, in the sense that you're not actually able to make trade with TradingView, but you do have to link a broker within TradingView, and we're going to look at that today as well. So we go back to our charts. This is a plain chart. This is the one that is loaded straight away. Just a normal chart. I think this is the one, apologies, I clicked it before. Normal chart, and you can see that we got a volume indicator as well down here. So what we're going to do, we're going to start from the top, going around and trying to explain everything. There is loads to explain, so I'm going to cover some details, and probably I'm going to do some different video with more details if necessary. And if you do want some of them, please paste the link before, or link below, and give me a comment, and I'm more than happy to cover more in details if necessary. So from the top we have this. So this is actually is ability for you to change symbol. So in my case I just looked at Microsoft, but you can type whatever you want. You can do USD. So with the British pound you can have actually everything. So in our case I'm gonna select Microsoft Corporation, and next up we're gonna have the time. So if you go this little arrow over here, you're able to select multiple times. There is a lot of ranges. In the free account you can just have the map will just update once a second. If you actually have a paid account, it will update as many times as the stock actually updates. You're able to add different time frame using the feature. For example, I like the 15 minutes, the 4 hours, and the 1 day. And if you do that, then you got a very easy to click, easy to access menu by just on the top left hand side. We got different candles. I prefer the bars myself, but again, they got a lot of different candles over here. They got ability for you to compare with a different symbol, so that's kind of available most in different brokers. And then they got indicators. They do have a very big list of indicators. So if we go here, you can see that we got quite a big list of built-in. Then they go by candlestick pattern. And then they got this public library mesh script. What they actually are is what I mentioned at the very start on the main page. So people are able, even yourself, you're able to create your own script. And these are the scripts created by people. When you go on a script, what you can do, you can click on this one to actually read a bit more. And the script will provide you some scripts actually are very good in providing the explanation of how they get used. Some scripts you will just get the script that don't give you any information at all. The more you pay, the bigger is your account. So if you go pro, if you go premium, the more access you can have to can you see? This is the ads, by the way. The more access you can actually have to different indicators. So this is, as you've seen when I was clicking on it, this has 69,000 likes. So it's really liked around. The one thing I would say about the indicators is that they can be very messy. Like, they can be, they can make your chart very busy. So if you're just starting on trading, don't add any indicators. Get yourself something that you like yourself. Learn about it first and then you move on, okay? Don't just add indicators in because you're going to be a bit messy. Then move inside, we go financials. So I've used different trading platforms, but not all of them actually have financials. So this is why I selected Microsoft, is because it's a big company, it will have financials. So if you go in here, you can see the amount of financials they have. They have revenue, they have operating income, they have cash equivalent, short-term investment. So if you are actually a long-term investor and you don't actually just want to jump on the few minutes, but you want to think about doing a very long-term, strategies, this tool will really provide everything that you actually need. To click actually one of these, you will have to register to actually save them. But as you can see, I just clicked around. You can see the information coming in. That's just good. Okay, there's so much information just at your fingertips. So it's really, really good, I would say. Next up, by the way, I don't personally use financials because I'm a swing trader. I just do a couple of days, or I'm in day trader, so I don't look at financial. But I do know that it's really beneficial for people that do. They do have a couple of templates. If you do pay, you can also save your templates. I think you can save up to 3 templates or more. These templates are also a bit busy, I would say. I think, for example, if we create this one, sorry, apologies, we have to register. So let's go. I got another. Let's go through first, and then we'll discuss. I do have another Windows with a very basic version of the site in. We have the ability to replay the bars. So this is very, as you will see later on, you're able to predict and start to create your own, your own statistics and everything within the, on the trade. And what you can actually do, you can replay the bars. I think it is time. Apologies. Let me jump over to the next one. Good. So this is a completely the same. As you can see, it's not a paid version. It's still the unpaid version, and I've done everything to show you guys. I just logged in. That's mainly what I've done here. So when you go here, when you actually go in replay bar, you're able to select what bar you would like to replay. And then you can just choose the speed of the replay and everything, and then it will play through. So if you want, for example, to do if you want to create a prediction, you want to try and see if things will work, you can go back in the past, create it first, and then play the bar without looking at it. I found it to be amazing because it really helped me to finding out if my strategies were really working well. So I was creating a strategy, I was writing it down, and I was going back in time, clicking the replay so that I couldn't see the next bars, and I was going through and see if my strategy worked out. And it was really, really, really beneficial. We go then on the alert. There are 10 or 20 different ways of actually adding an alert. This is just the first one, but the idea with alert is that you're able to actually decide precisely when the alert is actually done. You can have it once or every time, you can have a specific value, you can have crossing up, you can have moving up outside of the channel, you can do so much things. You can be notified on the app, on the pop-up, on an email, or the webhook. And I think, I didn't know about the sound. And then you're able to also, write some information. As you can see, you can also have some extra placeholders here. So the alerts are actually pretty good because they can be very detailed. Many other platforms just allow you to, to set alerts as soon as the value is set. But in here, you can do so much more than just that. As I mentioned, with the free account, you can just have one alert. So that's only down to it. Next up, I would like to cover is you can save the layout. Okay. Unfortunately, again, with the free version, you can just have one chart. With the first paid version, you can have two charts, and then the more you pay, the more charts you can actually have. What you can also do is it does save if you're logged in, it does saves it and does have autosave. I've removed autosave now because I'm going to show you I remove things and I don't want it to save it out on this account as I usually use it for video. You also have there are many properties here, many things that you can actually change. That is very you're able to set it up and customize it as much as you want. So start with it very basic and then you go more into more details. You're able to go full screen and you're able to take a snapshot. These I find it very useful when you want to do a little bit of an analysis, you want to show the price goes up and down, whatever, you take a snapshot. I actually use it myself to save it for future references. So if I'll do something today, say, oh, I think the price is going to go up to here, what I'll do, I'll show you later. We're going to do all the drawing on it, then we take a nice snapshot, and then I can actually come like tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, whenever I think it will be at the right time to actually come and check and see if that, my prediction actually happened. You can also publish information over. I don't think if you're starting you want to do that. And that's the main bar. Next up, we move on the right hand side. This is, I really like the way the layout works here. This is the watch list, okay? You're able to add anything you want within the watch list, and as you add it, you're also able to move things up and down. So in my case, as you can see, I created the forex and indices and a stock just for you guys to see. What you're able to do as well, if you click here, you're able to check, you're able to see, to add or remove some of the columns in there. If you right click, you're able to give some flags, you're able to add sections, and in here as well, as you can see, you're able to add notes, and you're able to set an alarms. What was alarm? Sorry, I thought it was alarm as well. So this one is this section is really good. If you click on any of this, it will jump straight on whatever you're looking at. So it's really quick. I'll suggest you to add the 3 or 5 stocks that you start to look after, if either their forex or their stock themselves, and focus on them if you're really getting started on it. Another nice thing of this sidebar is that for anything, any symbol that you're actually looking at, you will have a little bit of an analysis here. So it will show you the day range, it will show you the volume, it will show you everything that is between earning estimated and actually if it's like in this case with MD. It shows you the performance, and it shows you also the technical analysis of the time that is, for example, there's a big buy. And it also gives you some information, more information on the website. Again, very, very detailed information, very useful, and really, everything is where it's needed to be. So if you do need this information, they're there and they're simple to access. But if you don't need it, they're just in the corner. It's really, I think, as you start to use the UI, it's really supporting you being very, very performant and do as much as you can as quickly as you can. I'm going to go very quickly on the sidebar because they're all self-explanatory. But again, alert, ability to create more alert over here. Then you got headlines. Headlines for the specified symbol. So in my case, IMD, and it shows you all the headlines for those. Then you have more information. You got the hot list. This is just many providers actually show this ability for you to see the difference in volume and gainer, percentage changes, and so on and so forth. Another thing I like about the TradingView, that actually, if you think is free for everything I've showed so far, is that they also provide you a calendar. This is really beneficial if you want to do if you're thinking of doing a big technical analysis, and then you know that, for example, there is a big announcement the day after, and you're not sure about it. Usually, you always stay away if you're not 100% sure when there is some news coming up, because the market can go either way, and your stop losses can be hit very quickly. But again, it's very nice. Also, if you go on a specific, let's go to euro. Yeah, if you go on a specific symbol, you see that actually all the different announcements are actually on the map as well. So you're able to click on it, and it will tell you precisely what is expected, what is forecasted, and then you can start and play your technical. You can actually apply your technical analysis if you want to as well. You're able to add notes as well. So my ideas. So you're able to add some notes on the individual stocks that are very good, and then you're able to chat and so on and so forth. Again, very self-explanatory. When you actually go and click on all these, there's not much that actually need to be said. It's quite simple to say. Next things I want to say is we're going to jump a little bit of how to move around the chart, and then we're going to go on the left hand side over here. First and foremost, I know that many people they really like the dark mode. So dark mode is very is a must-have nowadays. So just so you know, if you do want the dark mode, you can I don't think it's here. I know that is by doing the right click. So you can do right click, and when you do right click, you will see that again you got more way of adding alerts, but you also have a color theme. So if you go into color theme, you can see that we can set a dark color theme. I personally like the color theme myself, but for the video itself and for what we're doing the recording of today, I will keep the white one. After that, you can see, as I mentioned, that there are loads of different settings, and you can go through and actually see them all. The one I would like to show you is the auto here. So when you do the auto, that means that the chart will automatically scale to show the information. So if I'm here, as you can see, it's going up and down because there's auto selected, and I'm not able to move around. If you click the auto way, then you're able to actually move the chart wherever you want very simply. Something else you see, as I move the cursor around, you can always see the time here at the bottom and the price here on the right. So it's very simple to always be able to see information as you go through. Let me go to one that doesn't have anything. Okay. And then what you see is that little dotted line is the current price, or it is the close price, because now the market is closed. Another indicator that I wanted to show you on the top here, it will inform you if the market is closed or if the market is open. And also as you go through, as you can see, let's see if I go here I'll go here probably. Can you see up here, it will tell you which one was the opening time, the high, the low, and everything else. So it's really good on being able to TradingView is very good to provide you all the information that you really need for yourself. I've used other tools in the past, and of course this information can be gathered, but most of them will need you to measure it and check it, and whatever is much simpler. The map can be really customized. So if you go on the left hand side here, you click the mouse, so you go up and down, you can see that you can shrink it, and the same with the bottom. So if you want to really look at the further note, look, I can do this. Look, I can see now over a year. If I need to look at something more details, I can do this. And it's very simple to understand and look and move the map around. So again, a fantastic tool, a fantastic place. I forgot before to mention that when you got an indicator, when you add indicator on the chart, the indicator will be added here or at the bottom here. You're able to modify the indicator or hide the indicator for yourself. If you want to modify, of course, you can actually change the style, you can change the size and everything else. And as I mentioned before, with the free plan, you just got 3 indicators. So if you try to add 2 more, it will tell you, sorry, you need to pay. As with everything that, of course, is it's a company that is trying to oversell. So every time that you're trying to do something where they can offer more, they will try to do so. So as I mentioned, we moved around. You can see the different things on the map, and now we're going to move on the left-hand side. This is probably the best. This is what makes TradingView different than the others providers. TradingView really offer a lot of tools, and again, all this is actually part of the free plan, so this is great. These are all drawing tools. What is the good thing about the drawing tools is that if you draw something on a specific symbol, if you go back to it, as you can see, the drawing actually stay. So what that means is that the indicators are the same and need to be shared across the different symbols, but the actual drawing that you do on one stays. So if you go on one, for example, Microsoft, and you do an analysis, and then you go on Caterpillar, you do another analysis, they will stay. So when you come back the day after, you will actually see the individual analysis and see if things goes through. The tool provides you to do fantastic analysis, and we're going to see some today. So let's go in Microsoft. Yes, let's say, I think Microsoft is going to go down. So what you're going to do, you're able to do, first and foremost, you got loads of drawing. So you got trend line, trend angle, you got plenty of different things, horizontal lines. You're able to always right click and change the settings if necessary, the color, the changes. You're able to clone it if you want to. Yeah, so I'm going to put 2 horizontal line, why not? You're able to change the colors. You can see it's very easy to actually change things from the UI. You just take a couple of clicks. Then you have plenty of more drawing. As you can see, you're able to do pitchfork. You're able to do gun box. There's so much you can do in there. But what I'm more interested in is the further part. So we'll continue to go. You can do again more drawing, text, and then you can also do pattern. So let me see if this is a pattern. Okay, let's invent that this is a pattern. Let's say that, for example, that this is, you see? So we've all done this. We know the pattern. We can read the pattern. I got them all on my wall and everything else. But it's much easier when you can see what the pattern look like. It's much easier when you can really easily draw them all on the screen. As you've seen, there are plenty of patterns. There is a head and shoulder. Let's see if we can find an head and shoulder moment. Yeah, why not? This is a head and shoulder. Again, it's fantastic to it's fantastic how quick oh, the right shoulder has gone off. It's really great to see how quick this this can be drawn, and again, you will have your own methodology, you will have your own technical analysis, and everything you need is there to actually make it. The one that I actually like the most, and I always I cannot live without, is actually this next part. Okay, I don't think it's called positions, how it's called, but this really is what I need to do my own technical analysis. First and foremost, you're able to do long position, short position. So if I do a long, for example, you can click anywhere you want on the map. What it does, it just gives you a very little snapshot and say, okay, what do you want to do? Say, for example, I think that this is going to go down. Okay, so I'll remove this. I'll go back here and I select the short position, and I go here. And let's say that we think that we're going to enter at the bottom of this because we think it's going to go all the way down again. We're going to put our stop loss up here. We're going to stop our profit here where there was a little bit of support. This gives you everything you need to actually place the bet, either here internally to write down, because I think if you're a trader, what is always suggested, always write down. Don't just use the tool. It's always nice to have something written down. In this case, it's going to tell you the reward ratio. It's going to tell you all the distances. So it's going to tell you how many pips there are. You can actually see the value here. So 230, 222, 212. It's just a great tool. It's just a fantastic tool. Again, you can leave it here. You can come tomorrow. You can see if things are actually played out. Something else as well is the date range and the price range, or date and price. Very simply, if you do need to check a price range, you can just do this. and you can easily see the quantity and you know the pips or the movement that actually took place in a specific time. Another tool that I actually like is the prediction forecast. Sorry. So there are some times where, you know, we are wanting to know, there's always a urge within a trader to want to play something, even if you know that it's risky. What I find to really be beneficial is instead of play something if I know that it's risky. For example, say I think, oh, this is going to go down, but it will be against the moving average, so I shouldn't actually do it as part of the thing. What I can do as part of, you know, making me happy is you can actually go here, click on the forecast, and you're able to say, I think it's going to go from here, and then it's going to go in 3 days. So this is the chart. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think in 5 days, it's going to go all the way to here. Okay. What is the nice part about this is that it'll actually, if you let it go, as the day progresses, this will actually show if you were correct or wrong. So I think if I go to actually draw one of these directly on the existing one, you will see what I mean. So if I do this, and that, I think, yeah, as you can see, you can draw it and it'll tell you if you're successful or not. And it's just it's a great tool, because just doing this, you know, if you want to get started, no money, nothing involved, no account, no registration, you get the 10 symbol here, and you try to do this on a weekly basis. Do it, start to get consistent, and you will really see the benefit. Again, I like to do this when it's something that is super risky, something that is going to be completely bonkers. So 90% of the cases failure, but it makes me, it's nice again to be able to play around and try to play around with the thing. Something else you can do this, that you can set an alarm. So as soon as you come in, you could do this. You can set something like that. You can set this in, and what you do, you set an alarm. So when you come in, you think, it's actually doing what I was expecting it to do. Let's do it. Let's place the bet. Okay, so it's really, really quick and easy to do. And again, I really loved all this tool, and they're all great to actually see and do. You can also hide. So if you go over here, you can hide the drawing. We don't have any drawing, so it's not showing it, but you can also hide the indicator if necessary. So sometimes you want to have a clear slate, and it's nice and easy to access it. There is something that I have not mentioned it, and this is going to be the last thing we mentioned today, and it's the actually possibility for you to actually do trades. As I mentioned before, TradingView doesn't actually allow you to do trading straight away, but you do need to have to link a broker to actually do do trading. They offer a lot to brokers, so they don't just force you to have one broker. And in our case, you can see that there are quite a few here, but you can actually go to the trading page, and you can see more about them. So they got their own feedbacks. They got information. For example, the Oanda is the only one that I can see on the top here that has the CDF. So with leverage, TradeStation is it doesn't have any deposit. Some more have deposit. If you go in more, they actually also tell you the different spread as well between that they actually offer. What I also want to mention is that you also have the ability to do paper trading. So with many accounts, you're always able to do with fake money. This is what it is. So paper trading will allow you to connect your account, again your free account, to fake money, and you will be able to play around and trying to do trades without having to use your wallet. If you're just getting started, I really suggest you to do paper trading. Set yourself a explanation, for example, from 100 grand to 120 of paper trading, from 20 to 30, and then you start trading. Again, it will feel like real. I even precisely, by myself, I loved the forecast when I was learning. So I'll go ahead and enjoy yourself, enjoy playing with this tool. Just checking that I've done everything I wrote down. As you've seen, there's so much. I just rushed through. I know we've been together for around 30 minutes, but the reality is that this tool offers you everything and more than you need, and the only thing you have to do is time and patience, and good luck. Again, as I mentioned at the very start, if you do need anything else, or if you would like me to go in more details, please leave a comment below. I know that there are other things that are not discussed, like the strategies, the editor, and everything else. But if you do want to have a more understanding on that, I'm more than happy to go through that. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.